There is this forgotten item build archetype in League of Legends, especially since the removal of the item Static Shiv and the introduction of mythic items, and I'm obviously talking about Energizer items. The only two that are left are, not Static Shiv, Storm Razor and Rapid Fire Cannon, and it's kind of awkward, right? These are early game-ish items, you want them early, they have front-loaded damage, non-scaling flat damage on the Energizer proc, so they're better early, worse late, but nowadays everyone builds a mythic item first. But what if I told you you don't have to? You can make this build work just as well even without a mythic item, and Caitlyn is obviously the perfect user for this. Caitlyn is a kiting machine with huge poke, so she emphasizes individual huge poke hits with her Q, with her ulti, with her headshots she gets every now and then. And when you combine these headshots with the bonus damage from the Energizer procs of Storm Razor and Rapid Fire Cannon, Caitlyn can be so difficult to deal with. You won't even notice you don't have a mythic item early. So you want Storm Razor first because, you know, early attack damage is very much important, better than just raw attack speed. Attack speed without attack damage doesn't do anything. Especially in the early game, you have a bigger emphasis on your abilities, and abilities, especially, I mean, most abilities just scale with attack damage and with nothing else, talking about AD carries here. And Caitlyn's Q and ultimate are perfect examples for this. So you want to rush Storm Razor, and then you're already very, very tough to deal with. You can just poke enemies down with your Energizer proc, you slow them, they take a lot of damage, they can't even do anything back to you really. And especially once you get the Rapid Fire Cannon, now you deal double the damage, 240 instead of 120 bonus magic damage. Plus you have the range extension on Caitlyn's already massive range, and you slow them down, as making your traps easier to land. I mean, it's just a perfect synergy right there. And then what you could be doing is you could go for a mythic item third, I think, but actually, in my opinion, it's better to just go Infinity Edge Caitlyn third, because Caitlyn's headshots, well, they scale with AD, Infinity Edge gives a lot of AD, and they scale with crit and crit modifiers, so a 3-item Infinity Edge is always where you want to be when you play Caitlyn. And, I mean, yeah, then you have a 3-item core. It doesn't have a mythic, but does it really matter? You just hit everyone so hard, and you are so tough to deal with. I mean, all the range and the slow and the burst damage, really, it's no longer just soft poke damage, just real burst damage, especially when you crit on that amplified headshot. But afterwards, you can go a mythic item of your choice. I mean, all AD carry mythics are fine, I suppose. Like, if you are, I mean, getting one-shot by assassins, you want Shield Bow. Maybe even if you don't need anything special, maybe you just go Gale Force anyway because of the extra movement speed. More movement speed means more Energizer procs, you know? Or Kraken Slayer, Anti-Tank, all the good stuff, and obviously Lord Doms and whatnot. But yeah, these 3 core items, I really think they can work well on Caitlyn, and with this rune page you can fully enable them. You want Fleet Footwork, no surprise there. It's another energized trigger, and not only do you slow them down when you hit your Energizer proc with Storm Razor, but Fleet Footwork also speeds yourself up and lets you escape, you know. But one thing that this item build lacks, of course, is lifesteal, and Fleet Footwork also takes care of that. It heals you back up, plus you get access to Legend Bloodline, giving you, well, lifesteal that you otherwise don't have, and AD carries without lifesteal don't really work, you know. And also you get Presence of Mind for mana, of course, and very important for Caitlyn, Cut Down. Caitlyn always wants Cut Down because she has very low base health, and Cut Down is therefore a huge damage increase, not only in the late game, but also during the earlier stages of the game. And then for secondary runes, well, you could go with a lot of stuff, but it's a very cheap build. Both Storm Razor and Rapid Fire Cannon are cheap items, so you can get your power spikes so disgustingly early, and we can get them even earlier with Treasure Hunter. And then Eyeball Collection just for more attack damage. You know, attack damage is always important. And yeah, that shall be the build. Let's jump into a game and see how the build does. Let's get all of these minions. Easy. Alright. Stay at range, so they don't have such an easy time landing skill shots. Okay, just back off after the exhaust. I probably kited a little too aggressively forward. Let's get traps here. Net would be fine too. Actually doesn't make a big difference in this lane. I like them for pressure though. Just for restricting the enemy's movement. Nice, we got his flash. Okay. So now they need to play extra careful because flash on cooldown. Oh, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, link to the stream in the description, so check that out. Quick heads up. Ah, come on. My farm. Oh, Seraphine's going in, huh? That was sad. Had I reacted earlier, maybe. Well, still worked, only I didn't get an assist. Oh, basing would be so awkward. I mean, boots plus dagger isn't bad by any means, but yeah, this is like the one thing. The BF sword base can be awkward. Can be. At some points, I mean, after finishing boots and Kirchheis, I would just save up. I would just sit on 1,000 gold if I have to, just save up for BF sword. You need to get it eventually. But yeah, I don't mind early boots. They are quite strong. Ouch. The Mundo Ghost. But with attack speed, I mean, attack damage is probably better at this stage of the game, but we cannot buy anything besides BF sword. And attack speed is also very good for pushing. Got her. Okay. Yeah, also with Caitlyn's Q, just manipulating the wave in general is so easy. How? Okay, I'm missing way too many minions over nothing. Definitely need to auto them more aggressively. Especially with boots, as I can just walk up. Especially when I have headshots and my Energizer proc. Okay. Unless I get caught by Lux. I shouldn't have forced it, that was just my bad. Yeah, I got caught by Lux and Mundo was right there too. That was just poorly played. Poor decision making. Man, now I'm falling behind actually. Oh, Mundo. Getting them a dragon, huh? So yeah, now we might want to spend money on Kirchheis Shard if we can't afford BF Sword outright, but then we have to save for BF Sword. Okay. Alright, if he bases like that, I can just push for free. I push so fast with boots plus dagger. Ruined that minion for nothing. I could base for Kirchheis, but at the same time, much rather save for BF Sword. Just keep pushing. Ezreal did not pay attention. I take it. Oh, Seraphine, careful. Watch your health, bro. I could base for BF Sword, which is probably a good idea. As long as Ezreal doesn't base, we don't necessarily have to. Alright. They're pushing though. But yeah, without the BF Sword, your autos kind of tickle. You get a lot of them, but you know, they could be stronger. Better back off, they can dive. Yeah. I also have way too much gold. Ah, unlucky. I wanted to do something there. At this point, it's almost worth to stay for the full Storm Razor. Or I fail my trap and die. Okay, we still get it. We still get the Storm Razor. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard. I would have to know by heart how far she walks under Seraphine ult because I didn't have vision. So I just guessed with my trap. And it was slightly off, so It made it very awkward. Yeah, she's dead. But yeah, now Stormraiser a big power spike already. Kiting people around, even Ezreal's. Yes, jungler is here, this is why he's so daring. I cannot risk that. If I do it and Mundo is around the corner, I'm just dead. Keeps hitting me. I misplayed this, but still feels very bad, even though I kind of deserve it. They're also kind of playing with fire, though. Oh, okay, we're dead. Worth. So worth. I take it. I for sure take it. If he gets Lux too, he's though. Yeah, he gets killed by Syndra and Lux. That's a very messy game. But I'm so digging the Stormraiser utility. It creates so much pressure. I'm not digging the fact that I'm missing wave after wave. Okay. Let's see if we can get some headshots lined up with our Stormraiser passive. Had she had one spell, my ult would be enough now. But she hasn't. Okay. Okay, Ezreal. He just goofed. He just completely inted. Walked into my queue. Alright, take the tower. 1.8k for rapid fire. We can take one more wave, can't we? Or parts of it at least. Okay. I underestimated that. The Lux ulti really tipped the scales. Without Lux we had that, but it is what it is. And in this game I definitely get Kraken Slayer after these core items. For obvious reasons. Just need to cut down these fat tanks. Tower's gone. Let's catch the wave though. Ooh, hang on. Tricky spots. You also don't have the waves in position, which makes this very awkward.
Double kill.
Alright, works. I got zoned by Mundo, but he didn't accomplish much. Cassidy just cleaned up. Okay, let's push past River before we base. Or do we even base here? A rapid fire would be huge for me, but my team just wants to herald down the... Okay, I mean, it's just herald for this tower. And Seraphine just takes my wave just because. Maybe he needs help. Okay, I just killed myself for no reason. I should have just backed off. This was so pointless. I played as though I had rapid fire cannon when I hadn't, so I just walked way too close. Oh, it's gonna be ugly. He's gonna get her. There's no way Seraphine can do anything here. Yeah. Kassadin though. You can one-shot the Syndra. And then deal with... not deal with Mundo, but at least you can ult away. Or not. Oh, what a messy game. Yeah, the kiting is super nice. And once we get Infinity Edge, the damage will be very nice too. Okay, push past River Rome. Let's go mid lane. No reason to stay here when there are more lucrative spots to be. Is that Baron for them? I hope not. But yeah, Mundo would need to hard commit with summoner spells if he wants to have even the slightest chance of getting towards or close to me. Nice. Headshot ready. Wow. Okay, he does not live. Yeah, we can tag the tower for some health, but I should definitely go base. Need my IE. Or the components in this case. Yeah, so after Kraken, I should be able to deal with Mundo somewhat. But before that, well, we can just hit him for free. It's not like he can catch me ever. And we can still annoy him with the Stormrazor slow. We just still kill Darius for our rune. Okay, if he decides to run me down and I'm stuck in a corner or something, then yeah, that happens. Meanwhile though, okay, I take it. Kassadin had a field day here, and well, the damage graph, we did the lowest damage in the team compared to the enemy, still fine. But yeah, we had to be very careful. We got dived a couple of times. This Mundo went absolutely crazy, and I mean, he was like the protagonist. And he stacked. Look at these items: Brandurance plus Thornmail plus Sunfire. And we're not doing anything to him with this build, of course. It's not an anti-tank build. It's a siege, poke and siege build. But the utility is actually crazy. And the kiting. It's so satisfying to get those fat headshots from. How much range is it? Forgot. 650, 800 range. 800 range probably. Yeah, it's really good. The kiting with free footwork and the slow from Stormrazor, it all comes together. But I mean, maybe you think the build sucks. Let me know what you think. And for more crazy AD carry stuff, click the link on your screen right there. A big thank you to all my Patreons and channel members. If you want to become a Patreon yourself, just go to patreon.com/mfdb. But if you rather save your money, you can support me for free by clicking the like and the subscribe button.